Hello everyone and welcome to the Get Me class. In this particular session, we are going to take a look into the packing efficiency with respect to the definition, packing efficiency of the simple unit cell, packing efficiency of the body-centered unit cell and the face-centered unit cell respectively. So in this particular case, let's start with the first one. That is, first we'll try to understand as what exactly is the packing efficiency. So when we are speaking about the packing efficiency is nothing more than the total volume that has been occupied by the spheres out of the available volume in the unit cell. Okay, so this is as far as the definition has been concerned. That is the percentage volume, occupied by the spheres out of the total volume available, right? So out of the total volume available in the unit cell. So this particular thing, by the help of the definition, we can describe it in such way. And with respect to the formula, it has been given as the packing efficiency is equal to, okay, the volume, that is actually the total volume occupied by the spheres. Okay, that is going to be by each of the spheres, right? Now, divided by the total volume that is present, that is the total volume of the cube or of the unit cell, right? So into 100. So let's try to understand this entire scenario here. So let's say that this is a cube. So, or we'll say this is a unit cell. So now in this unit cell, it has its own volume, right? Now the volume over here of the unit cell, if we are going to represent every single edge over here by the help of A, it would become as A cube as the total volume of the unit cell, right? So all these particular unit cells are going to have certain amount of spheres, that is certain amounts of atoms. Now these atoms are going to be specifically arranged, that is these particular atoms can be placed at the corners, only at the corners, something like these, correct? Or sometimes some of these can be placed in the center of a body. Or sometimes we can see that these can also be placed on the center of the faces, something like this. So depending upon that, we have either the simple unit cell, we have the body-centered unit cell, and we have the face-centered unit cells. So all of them have the different amount of the packing efficiency, which we are going to take a look one by one. So now let's start with the first case, and that is going to be as the packing efficiency in a simple unit cell. So whenever we have a simple unit cell, let's consider that this one is going to be the simple unit cell. Right? So in this particular unit cell, whenever we have a simple unit cell, that means it has the particles only at the corners. So let's take over here that these are the particles only present at the corners, something like these. Okay, so now in short, this one is going to be the edge of the system. Right from here to here, it is the edge of the system, right? So all of these are nothing more than our edges. Okay, so let's consider that these particular edges are represented by A, right? Now, there are certain things that we know about this particular unit cell. That is, in a simple unit cell, we can say that there are the particles only at the corner. Okay, the particles or the spheres. The particles or the sphere. Now, these particular things are present only at the corners, right? Now, here the total number of particles at the corner are 8. So therefore, at corners, okay, or the corner particles, we would say, the corner particles, or we can call them as spheres, are 8. Okay, now if we consider all these particular corners, there are 8 corners, and the contribution of each of the corner particles are 1/8. Okay, now why it is 1/8? Because these particular corners are shared by the 8 adjacent unit cells. 4 in one plane and 4 above the plane. Okay, so above the plane or below the plane. So when we see the contribution, it is going to be as 1/8 of each of these particular particles. Now, therefore, the total number of particles or spheres in the unit cell is going to be as 8 into 1/8 is equal to 1. So this is that after contribution in this particular unit cell, we will see that there is a presence of one complete sphere. Okay, so one sphere. Now, before proceeding further, if we have taken this particular edge length as A, now as if we consider if this is the edge length, something like this, let's consider that this is the edge length, correct? Now, in this particular edge length, we have seen that there are presence of the corner particles, something like these. This is one corner particle and this is the another corner particle over here, right? This is a condition. Now over here, if we observe carefully, now this particular edge length was A, while the radius of the spheres, now let's say the radius of a sphere, if we consider, okay, so the radius of the sphere is R and R. Let's say RS, and RS is going to represent the radius of the sphere. So if this is the edge length, so the edge length A is equal to, therefore we can say that the edge length A is equal to 2 times RS, or we can also write it as a 2 times R, no problem. Okay, now, therefore, what we have over here is the packing efficiency. Okay, the packing efficiency of a simple unit cell. Right? So it is equal to, so now what we are going to have is over here, that is volume of sphere, right? So this is going to be the volume of a sphere here, divided by what we have is the total volume of the unit cell. Okay, so into 100. So now, volume of a sphere. How many spheres we have? We have seen that there is a presence of only one particular sphere after the contribution. So therefore, we are going to see that 1 into volume of sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube. The whole thing now again further divided by what we are going to have here is the total volume of the unit cell. So total volume of the unit cell is given as A cube into 100. Correct. So this one turns out to be as 4 by 3 pi r cube. Now, what is the value of A? We have seen that the value of A is over here as 2 times that of R. Okay, so therefore, it becomes as 2 times R cube into 100. Okay, so now when we proceed with this one, let's clear up the things first. So therefore, what we have now is 4 by 3 pi r cube. The whole thing was divided by a cube. The value of a was 2, so 2 r cube. Okay, into 100. So therefore, this would give to the value of 4 by 3 pi r cube. The whole thing divided by 8 r cube into 100. Now, over here, we can see that this one and this particular point can get cancelled. And therefore, we have over here the whole thing divided by 8 pi into 100. So when we solve this, we will end up getting over here the packing efficiency. The packing efficiency as equal to 52.3% once we calculate this entirely. So this is the packing efficiency. Okay, now remaining volume in that particular unit cell, that remaining volume we consider it as the void. So therefore, the total void, okay, or the total percentage, the total percentage of void or the volume of void. So that empty space we calculated as 100% minus 52.3%, and we would end up getting over here a value of 47.7%. So this is a void volume, this is a packing efficiency over here, and this is all for a simple unit cell. So let's take a look into all of these concepts. So packing efficiency, it is also called as the density of packing. Packing efficiency, that is the efficiency or the packing fraction or density of a fraction of a unit cell is defined as in the terms of the percentage. That is in terms of the percentage of volume occupied by the sphere in the unit cell out of the total volume that is available in the unit cell. Okay, so we have the particular formula over here that is going to be as the percentage efficiency is equal to the volume occupied by each of the spheres, right? So the volume occupied by each of the spheres divided by the total volume of the unit cell multiplied by 100. Okay, so this is the main formula where we need to concentrate. So this would be our main formula over here. Now, the first thing that we have discussed was the derivation as the efficiency of packing or packing efficiency in a simple unit cell. So here, a simple unit cell, that is a simple cube having one sphere per unit cell, that is after the contribution. So let's consider the edge of the simple cubic unit as A, right? We have also done that. So then the volume of the unit cell is A cube. We know from the earlier discussion that A is equal to 2 times R. That is, one particular edge consists of the two particles which are joining, and each of them have a radius of R. So therefore A is equal to 2 times R, where R or RS is the radius of a sphere. Percentage efficiency of a simple cubic unit cell is equal to volume of one sphere divided by the volume of unit cell into 100, right? So we would get over here as, that is the volume of sphere, that is 4 by 3 pi r cube divided by a cube. So therefore into 100 is equal to, again, so we will have the value of a, that is 2r. So therefore 2 into rs cube, right? So we would get over here the answer as 52%. Thus the volume occupied by the sphere in the simple unit cell is 52%, and that of the void volume is 47.7%.